Hey, Eric James here. So I'm going to go through my original song, Seldom Petaled. I'm going to sing it and play it at the same time and see if you can follow along with the chord changes here. This is an ear training exercise as well as a songwriting exercise. See what you can learn just from listening to it before I explain anything. Love keeps you warm, then casts you out again. Such a pain, keep her falling. And you know that I'd like to be somewhere my mind is vacant. I thought our lives were just starting, but I can see the way we're heading. I got a wretched disease you won't inherit from me. It's such a terrible gene. Alright, so let's break down what was going on there. So something you might have noticed is that it doesn't start on the one chord. So that's a little note for you as songwriters. You don't always have to start on the one chord. Sometimes it's nice to build up to that tension. Um, Second thing you'll notice, the A7 that I'm using here is not in the key of C major 7, but it's a secondary dominant for the D minor 7. So basically you can proceed any chord you want with a dominant 7 chord that is a fifth above it or a perfect fourth below it. So just look at the relationship on your instrument of choice. Play a D minor 7, just know that you can approach that with an A7. So for example, let's take the F major 7. What would be the secondary dominant for that? If you said C7, you would be correct. See how it leads right into it? C7. Now A7 leading into D minor 7. So this is a neat little trick. Secondary dominance. Look up another video if you want to get some more detail on that one. But anyway, this is the chord I'm talking about, and you'll see it written like this, the 5 of 2, because it functions like a 5 chord for the 2 in our key, which is D minor. All right. What's something else you can learn from this? Well, when I was singing, I was kind of playing a chord melody at the same exact time, and the melody that I was playing on my guitar was mimicking the melody that I was singing. So that's a neat little trick you can do, where you kind of copy what you're doing, but with a little bit more nuance. Like, I wasn't doing it direct copy. There were some hammer-ons and pull-offs. And now, when I got to the 1 chord, you might have noticed a really weird note that didn't fit there at all, right? So I'll kind of... So this is the A7, now D minor 7. Now here's our 1 chord. Now check out the melody. What the heck is that note there? That's not supposed to be there. So what I'm playing here is actually a flat 7 against a major 7 chord. So this is using the major 7 and the flat 7. It doesn't know if this chord wants to be a dominant 7 or a major 7 chord, and this completely breaks all of the rules, but if you break the rules quickly enough, your ear doesn't notice. So then we have the secondary dominant popping up again to lead us into the 2 chord. And then finally we have a nice 2-5-1. And look at that. The chorus sets us back into the 1 chord, establishing C as the very obvious key center. This is basically a backdoor dominant, the B flat major 7, except you can change the character of the chord itself. So you can use a dominant 7 here. It sounds nice, but I use a major 7. Both of them will work really nice. You can add the sharp 11 to this chord by letting the high E string ring out. You can also add that note to a dominant 7 on a backdoor dominant as well. Just a fun tip. So I repeat that a couple times. And then I just kind of hang out on this A major 7 chord. I really don't know what to call that in terms of music theory. I just say it's kind of changing up the character of the 6th chord, you know? A is in the key of C, but we're just messing with your brain's expectation of what note is supposed to be there. But I do lead back into that A7 as the secondary dominant. That chord drives the tension of the entire song, pretty much. Almost all the other chords in the song are pretty consonant, except for that A7. And an interesting note here is that you can actually lead secondary dominants, like an A7, into, you know, D7, right? D minor 7. But you can lead any secondary dominant into the relative major or minor chord of the chord you want to go to. So you can lead A7 going to F major 7. Now this is a huge trick for song writing variety, right? That sounds like a resolution to me. The reason why is pretty much because relative major and minor chords, if you do them as a minor 7 and a major 7, they have 3 notes in common, so they're basically the same chord. Yeah, fun fact. Anyway, if you got any questions in the comments, let me know. Also, check out some of my music and let me know if there's any of my songs you want me to cover. And if this helped you with your songwriting, send a subscribe. I'm almost at 500, so thank you. See you in the next one.